Let me know if you can hear. Hopefully, yes. Got a new microphone set up today, so please let me know. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3. I need an affirmative. Namaste. Is that sandalwood incense? No. Today we have, this is rock rose. You know, it's my favorite kind. One of my favorite kinds is this kind. And it's awesome. Some people don't like it. I love it. It's really, really good. It's really strong. It burns really long. I should sell incense, really. I also have another kind, which is really special. We got double duty incense today. It's one of those days, you know. Really every day lately has been like double, triple duty incense. So check this out. This is my incense platter. And right here we have a very special one. You see, this is a Tree of Life incense burner. And it's got a little candle underneath. And it's actually burning an incense brick. And the company is called Aroma Fume. And they did give me this. They gave me this beautiful set with, it's all the different chakra incenses. And today we're burning the crown chakra incense. And it's really cool. I really like it. I'm not, getting like paid to promote them, but they did give me a free one to try. And it's funny, y'all, I had it for a long time. I couldn't use it. I felt really bad. I couldn't try their product they gave me. And then, because I was staying in other people's places, and it's not nice to go up in another person's place and start smoking cigarettes, or the same is true, I feel, with burning incense. That's something you need permission to do. So it's really lucky I'm in my own space now and I can burn all the incense I like. So yeah, I'm sorry about that background noise, y'all. That is the water pump. I am off grid right now, and hopefully, like I said, this microphone is okay. We got some construction noise too, but that's just, we're working with what we got. And yeah, I'm off grid in Hawaii, and there's a water pump that pumps the water that is solar powered, which is really cool. I've got solar panels on this place, this cottage where I'm staying, and there's actually an outdoor shower and a laundry room right next door. And whenever the laundry's going, it's using the water a lot. It's using the water pump really strong. And so that's the noise that you're hearing right now. But what's really cool is it's all being powered by the sun, and the water is from a catchment tank back there. It's rain catchment water. So it's pretty awesome to be living closer to nature and also be able to come to you. So why am I here? What's going on? This is day 6 of the 30 days of Reiki, and my intention is, because y'all know me, it's all about intention. My intention is to gift you a taste of the healing frequencies of Reiki energy. Answer your questions, so drop them below or DM me if it's a more anonymous type question. And I'm also here to offer you an opportunity to see if you resonate with Reiki, if it's something that feels good to you and you want to go deeper with it. Because I'm Taylor. I am a Usui Holy Fire 3 Karuna Reiki Master Teacher, and I teach Reiki classes online. I am teaching Reiki 1 and 2 in November 6th and 7th. It's right after the new moon, so it's going to be a really, really powerful class, a really powerful opportunity to set and seed some deep intentions for, spiritual growth or whatever kind of healing you might be needing, and to invite in the Reiki energy to really help bring to fruition those intentions you may have. So that's happening, Reiki 1 and 2. I'm also teaching Reiki Master. I'm really, really excited about that. That is happening in December, and that is also during that is December 3rd, 4th, and 5th. And on December 4th, we're actually having a new moon total solar eclipse. It's gonna be so powerful. I cannot wait. So if you're interested in those classes, I actually do think I have the link here. I'll be fancy and I'll post the link in the chat, see if I can pin that, or no, I'm not. Yes, I can. I pinned the link to Reiki 1 and 2. Yes, see, I'm learning a few new Instagram tricks here and there. Anyway, it feels really good to be coming on live to y'all, to be sharing the energy. And like I said, if you have any questions, please ask them. I don't know what you don't know. I have ideas of what you might not know and you might want to know. But if you have specific questions about Reiki, about energy healing, about spiritual growth, that's kind of what I'm all about here. And what I'm here to share really is to, excuse me, intention underneath the intention is to bring into the online space this frequency of New Earth, really, really hardcore, in the online space, in the internet space too, and to infuse the internet, 5G, 4G, 3G, however many G, these more artificial EMFs, to blast them hard with some Reiki energy, to blast them so hard with the most healing frequencies, the most spiritually awakening, activating, illuminating, enlightening frequencies possible through these very airwaves. And you, by being here, by watching that, by, engaging, interacting whatever way you feel comfortable, even if you're just sitting quietly and you're receiving, that's engagement. You are participating in this exchange of energy, in this raising the vibration of the internet, of the EMF of the internet, of the EMF of social media, the frequency of social media itself, the frequency of this app that we're using, whether you're watching this on Instagram live later on or on YouTube, because I do post these on my YouTube channel, Taylor A. Norris. I do my very best to post it immediately after. So if you want to go back and watch, I have this series, I have another 40 Days of Reiki series, very powerful. Each one of those I offer the energy. The energy's flowing the whole time during the stream. But I also do include an invocation, a guided meditation that's invoking and calling in and sharing the Reiki energy for those who are willing to receive it. And I must say, after last time, y'all, I was so hot. My body temperature was so hot after that last session that was on the autumnal equinox. Y'all, the energy was flowing so strong. It was Holy Fire Day too. It was the day in this series. This series is pretty fun. I had this idea, not even like before I did the series. This is what happens. I start doing something and then the idea comes, I should do it this way. And so I had this idea that each day of the 30 Days of Reiki 30, I will be invoking a particular symbol that I have, because I have a bunch of different symbols from my Reiki 1 and 2, from my Reiki Master, from my Karuna Reiki Master training, and then I've channeled an additional 9 symbols that I am working with. I've channeled more symbols than that, but I don't work with all of them. I, kind of test them out and see which ones I want to work with long term. So I've accumulated quite a lot of symbols, and in the autumnal equinox, it was day 5 of the 30 Days of Reiki 30, we did the Holy Fire energy was the predominant energy, and that's the Holy Fire Master symbol that you receive in the Master training that I teach, and it was on fire, y'all. And that invocation was really about healing our relationship to value, our relationship to abundance, our relationship to love, money, all of these things that are like really challenging, really money in particular, really taboo, really like hard to talk about, hard to navigate, maybe hard to deal with, a lot of like separation, a lot of lack, a lot of fear, a lot of scarcity, a lot of power, control, manipulation, lower vibrations around this thing that ultimately is just energy. And so my intention with that invocation was really like, hey, can we bring in like the highest frequencies of these energies around these issues? And that's what was on offer in that invocation. So I highly recommend you check that one out. The invocation, the energy experience, it was going on the whole time, but in the last 20 minutes, that's when I was channeling and offering to you. And y'all, it was so strong. I was so hot after that. And Reiki is a non-physical energy. Like, it's something where, okay, right now, like, Reiki's going. You might not see it, right? You're not like seeing, you might, if you see auras, if you see energy, you might, but most people are not going to be seeing it. So in that sense, it's non-physical. It's, of the ether. It's of this this quality that is not as directly perceived by humans as, I show you this crystal and it's like, oh, that's a crystal, like it has mass, it has form, right? Reiki is of a quantum nature. So it always cracks me up that this non-physical energy has such like visceral, bodily felt, physically felt effects very often, not always, and one of the common effects for people who are working with the energy is to be hot. That often happens, that you get really hot, you get really cold, you may get the chills, you may be feeling like even a little feverish. The hands might get really hot too, like if you're doing a session where you're using your hands, you're actually touching yourself, or you're touching someone else, or you're touching an animal. The hands often get really hot. Like right now, my hands are really hot. And y'all, I prepared for this today. I'm keeping all the windows open, despite it maybe being a lot louder. And I apologize for that. I need feedback on that. I can keep trying different microphones until we find something that, works best. But today I came prepared with this peppermint essential oil that I put, under my pits and like on my neck and on my stomach and my legs and everything. So, all right, a meditative journey has a comment. Mind-expanding vision, the Buddha in midair with a halo of light and rays of light, pulsating compassion to all of the world systems, destroying suffering. Very powerful visualization. Absolutely, these are exactly the kinds of images that can be useful to meditate on. Buddha is very much, an energy that can be called upon right now to help us out. And I mean, that's really just it. I've been reflecting on this quite a lot because I'm taking a course on the Enneagram. And one of the things we keep coming back to is that, admit that you're lost. Admit that you need help. Admit that humanity is deeply lost. Humanity is in deep need of help. And in doing so, that opens up a space for grace to come in. That opens up a space for an ascended master like the Buddha to step in and help, or the grace of God, or however you want to visualize it. That really, okay, I'm lost. I don't know how to deal with this problem. Please help me. And then they can, and then they really can. And we're, open and receptive, and that's like the giving permission for that help to be delivered. One of the other things I wanted to mention about the energy of day 5 was that, it's so funny too, like, I offer this invocation that's specifically about abundance and value and money and all of these things, and like very quickly in this last 24 hours I've had a lot of those prayers being answered in different forms, in various forms. And I want to stress also too, this is something that came through really powerfully, like, yes, say your prayers, right? I am lost, I need help in this area, I need this help in this area of money or abundance or whatever. I don't know what I'm doing. Like, please help me. Making that prayer. And then, having the awareness to notice when and how the prayer is being answered. Like, not having a particular idea about the form that takes, right? So, me having a specific idea about how I want that prayer to be answered by this person giving me this amount of money on this date. Now, if I had that limited view of how that prayer would be answered, then I'd be missing out, like, what is actually happening as my prayer is being answered in different forms. And, prayer can be answered in infinitely many different forms. Might come from this person or that person, or, words from this person, a teaching from this person, an energy transmission from this person, the mindset shifting in a specific way, your energy field shifting in a specific way, signing up for a course, signing up for a training, a webinar, a workshop, having an insight drop in about something. There are just so many different ways, and to really be open to, I'm going to receive the answer to my prayer, whatever form it takes, and I'm going to be keeping my mind open and aware and alert for it. And also, the times we're in, these are pretty quick times. And my understanding from studying the astrology of what's going on now and the astrology of what's going to be happening the next few years is that things are only going to get faster too. So to be saying those prayers and being open to the prayers being answered, and also being open to it happening pretty fast. That's why it's like, I imagine the people of the olden days praying and then like waiting a season or years and then maybe something happens, right? That's not the case now. It can be instantaneous too. It can be instantaneous, and I believe on a more energetic quantum level, it is instantaneous. And then, okay, we're in this world of form, we're in this world of like 3D and matter and particle, and so it takes maybe a little bit more time to come into form in different forms. But the thing is, with the internet, with this connectivity, with a lot of our major planets also moving into air and fire signs, things are happening really fast, and also at a time like the equinox, for example, like the energy was so strong. It's been so strong, like that week or so leading up to it, really strong on the equinox, and it's still really strong. I'm saying it like it was so strong, but it's still really strong, and it's going to continue to be strong. So I invite you to not have limiting ideas about what form the answer to your prayers is going to take, and also the timing, and to allow it to take any form that it may take, and also to be willing to receive it in a timely manner, very relatively quickly, not having expectations what has to happen by this time, but just being open to, hey, it can take any form, and it can be on any time. And also being aware that it's going to come at the perfect time, trusting in that divine timing. So, all right, I've been talking a lot. I have some notes here. What else do I want to say? Y'all feel free to comment and ask questions. Last time I was also talking about the spirit release experience that I have, that spontaneous spirit release, and how that was a pretty big experience to have in the night. And how, like, the next night, I really didn't want that to happen again necessarily. I didn't necessarily want to be perceiving such a grand, non-physical, supernatural thing to happen. I was like, I kind of just want to sleep tonight. So that's another thing you can do during this time when many of us are having interrupted sleep patterns, because we are going through this area of space where so much photonic energy is coming in. So much energy is available. So many things are up in the air, are shifting, are moving. And if you really just want a good night's sleep, you can ask for that. Like, I ask to be free. This is an opportunity for another prayer. I ask to, just be enjoying some restful, peaceful sleep tonight, where my dreams are sweet and healing, and nothing less than love is allowed to enter my energy field, and only love and the highest frequencies of peace, harmony, joy, bliss. Take me by the hand, God, as I go to rest, or whoever you want to pray to, however put it in your words, obviously. Those are just my words that are coming through. But to ask before going to sleep, that you really just want a night of restful sleep. And yeah, you're down for energy healing. Like, I am still down for energy healing and upgrades and different things to happen. But, let me just have like a peaceful night experience. That would be much appreciated. and that's what I got. It works is what I'm saying here. So that's, yeah. Another one of my spiritual teachers was talking about that. Who was it? I think maybe it was Braca Goldsmith or Pam Gregory or the Palladians or something. They were mentioning, or no, it was the Trance channel. It was Summer Bacon was talking about that, I think. Anyways, what else? I also had this download. I've said this before in my Reiki classes, actually, because a really common question I get is like, how do I open my intuition? Like, how do I increase it? I want to be like you. Like, I want to see stuff, or I want to smell stuff, or I want to perceive energy more. I want to see auras. I want to see energy. How do I follow my intuition? How do I hear, the voice of my higher self, that kind of thing? And the number one, like, most basic answer to that is, what did I write down? Stop discounting it. Stop discounting your intuition when it comes in. Trust, believe, give yourself the benefit of the doubt. If you're having an intuition, if you're having an intuitive knowing in any form, don't discount it. Don't just brush it off. Oh, that must just be like, oh, okay, notice that. Notice it. The more I found that I stopped discounting it, stop brushing it off, and actually start trusting it, start honoring it, even maybe even start sharing it, or start, acting on it, then the stronger it becomes. It just, so really just stop discounting it. What do y'all think about that? Some of this stuff is just like, it's so simple, it's so obvious. I could say, you need to do a meditation on your third eye at 3:33 a.m. with your most beautiful crystals on your lap, doing this particular mudra, holding your breath for 33 seconds. And yeah, something complicated rituals, not here to hate on them, not here to say that they don't work. They do work. Often they work really well. And it can be as simple as just stop discounting your intuition, because we all have different forms of intuition. Everybody's works a little differently. And you may find that it comes on in this particular form, and then as you start trusting it in this form, it takes another form. Like, okay, seeing aura, seeing plasma, seeing like the white light around people, seeing flashes of like fairies or thoughts, or I could see, like, at the beginning of my journey, I was seeing like different little sparks of light go around people, and sometimes auras, and then sometimes like the plasma around people, and I could see when people had ideas. Okay, oh, that's great, that starts happening. And then, yeah, it can transition to more closed-eye visuals, or maybe for a time it's closed-eye visuals, and then it translates into open-eye. And then, suddenly, continued practice, continued paying attention to it, the nose comes online. I start smelling spirits. I start smelling entities. And on the converse, I start smelling when someone's really awake, and I start working with smell myself to cultivate specific energies. And then, over time, it comes in the form of knowing or intellect or thoughts, or it really drops in a certain area. And just be, the more you can like tune into that progression, the more it gets really fun. Cheers, y'all. It's my coconut water, wheatgrass juice powder. It's the lazy person's juice. Okay, what else did I want to talk about? Yeah, one of my friends was saying, you need to talk more about how Reiki's practical. So I've been kind of challenging myself to think about that. And I shared in my post the other day the story with Crystal Loon on my car, the crystal carrier who who, you know, carried all of these crystals across the Pacific Ocean 3 times. She's done it so far. And one thing you can do with Reiki, really practical, mundane use with Reiki, is I started whenever I was putting gas in the car and my hand was on like the gas thing, I would just activate Reiki in that moment and intend that all the gas that was flowing into my car was filled with Reiki, particularly, and you know, pick whatever symbol I feel like is best, but particularly like the power symbol or the Kriya symbol in Karuna Reiki, and intending that Reiki is going into my car, into all the gas. And what's funny is that, you know, my car gets like abnormally good gas mileage, to the point that when I showed up at the port to drop my car off in California so it could make its way, oh, it's raining now too. Is that good? Can y'all hear still? Y'all have to let me know these things. When I dropped my car off at the port, it had too much gas, and and then I had to drive because they only accept cars with a quarter of a tank or less, and I was like, I'd only put, you know, just a little bit of gas in, and like it just had gone so far with that much gas. And then so I had like a couple hours until my flight, because I was dropping the car off at the port and then going to the airport to fly out to Hawaii. And I only had a couple hours. Thank goodness I did plan, and I went early and everything. I had a couple hours. I had to drive around kind of like a maniac for a little while, trying to like burn the gas. And I was doing Reiki. I was like, Crystaluna, you got to burn this gas off fast. I know usually we're working in a way where, you know, you're getting really good gas mileage. I'm giving you a lot of power. We're putting Reiki in the gas. We're making the fuel go long. This time, I need all of that to be undone. Not only undone, but like you get really bad gas mileage right now. And y'all, it was miraculous. The car, it was able to come down enough in the right amount of time for me to drop off my car, have the shipping company accept my vehicle, you know, inspect it again, and they're very slow there. And then to actually get to the airport and make my flight. And I was like, oh my God, like, y'all surrender. Like, all this work I do all the time to get really good gas mileage, I need to, like, undo. So if you have Reiki, this is very practical use. You can put it in the gas in your car and it will get better gas mileage. You can also do it on the car battery too. Sometimes you can, I've heard, I haven't done this myself, but you can actually apply Reiki if your car has like a dead battery. Apply Reiki and you can sometimes jump it that way. I gotta try it, but this is what my Karuna Reiki master teacher was saying happens. You can also do this with your phone, with your electronics too, like if your phone is dead or like you don't have service. And you want to put more power in, if you do the power symbol often, you can get a charge, you can suddenly get a signal. Like, it's pretty cool. Non-physical energy with very physical results. So I wanted to share that little tidbit with y'all, because, yeah, it's another thing that came through is like, you can make anything like a Reiki object. Like, I can infuse this essential oil with Reiki, and then it's like a Reiki charged essential oil. This yoga mat that I'm on, I will often activate a lot of Reiki when I'm doing yoga. I've done sessions on this mat as well for people, and people can feel it immediately when they get on the mat. They're like, whoa, you know, like, it's got an energy field. It's a Reiki yoga mat. You know, all of these crystals, I put Reiki in them. You know, I give Reiki to like my blender, like to my car. Like, my car is a Reiki car. My blender is a Reiki blender. Like, everything I relate to. Like, this house, I put Reiki all over this house that I'm staying in. And it makes a difference. It feels really good. It feels really good to have a way. Here, yeah, yesterday too, I got this stick. Put Reiki in the stick. It's a magic stick now. It's my Makalai. It's my wand. See, I can draw Reiki symbols with it. It's very fun. But it's fun. It's fun to have this tool where, you're inviting back in that childlike sense of magic and like connecting back into your own magic, your own powers, your own way of feeling that that connection to the universe, that connection to the mystery of life that we're all a part of, and we're all tapped into. We all have it. B says the wand is ace. I know, right? It's really long. Yeah. I was taking a walk and I was talking to Mother Earth, and Mother Earth was setting up an exchange. She kind of did like a group text for me to talk to Haumea, the dwarf planet, who's also the goddess of the big island of Hawaii that I'm currently on. And Haumea has a Makalai, a magic stick that she uses for manifestation. She uses it to bring, food to the fallow land, like that it become like fertile land, and she uses it to summon food from the sea and like do all these things. The Makalai. So I was like, I want a Makalai, and I'm like talking to Haumea on my walk. And she's like, well, just pick up any stick. Here, that one's good. And I was like, oh, you sure it's not a little long? And so, yeah, I was carrying around this stick yesterday on my walk. And what's great, too, is that in Hawaii, like, everyone's weird here. So, like, it's totally, especially in this part of Hawaii where I'm staying, it's like, this is, like, really weird hippie people. Like, I fit right in. It's all good. I can walk around with a wand. No one's saying anything. Because they're doing whatever they're doing. Alright. What else do we got? Anything else I want to talk about? If y'all have questions, y'all go ahead. Today we're working with Zonar, and I can actually say the name because in Karuna Reiki, the names of the symbols you're allowed to say. Like, I can't say the names of other symbols from Reiki 2, or other ones, but with Karuna, the symbols themselves, the names are like sound healing. So actually how you're able to, you can do sound healing sessions with them. It's really, really awesome. So I wanted to tell you all a little bit about Zonar. B says, I don't think I'll try that in Manchester City Center. If you do, you gotta let me know what happens. You can have a good laugh, right? Have a good laugh carrying around your wand around the city. So, Zonar is a really awesome one. Like, I love all the symbols. I'll say this every time. I took Karuna Reiki in May, and I received it like a PDF with all the symbols before then. And I started working with them, a couple months. I signed up for the class 2 months early, and so I started immediately working with them before actually receiving the attunement to them. And they're really, really beautiful symbols. Really, really work well at a very deep level. And Zonar is all about preparing people for a healing, so it's a really good one to do like at the beginning of a session. For preparing for a deeper healing, and it's also really good for cellular healing. Often in my invocations, what I see the energy doing is that it's going into every cell of the body. It's really going at this super micro level, which we all need, because like we need all of our cells, right, functioning really, really highly, and like dealing with their energy at a high level, and removing their waste, and creating more energy, ATP, all of that. We want all of that going really, really great, and for the cells to be oxygenated and happy and know that they're loved. And so Zonar I love because it goes in and it does that. That's one of its specialized functions. It also, I love this, it's kind of like a spiritual anesthetic too, where, we're all going through so much emotional healing right now, right? We're all like, everything is so strong, it's so intense, so much is coming up. And so the energy of this symbol really allows for that feeling of well-being to be there, even as things are coming up, and they're coming up and very challenging to deal with. B says, I was looking for clothes to wear while I practiced Reiki and saw loads with the symbols on and was surprised they were so publicly available. Yeah, that's the thing. You can look up, the power symbol, and you can find it. And also like the mental emotional symbol, that one is taken from as a particular sect of Buddhism. It's pretty much like a copycat, and then like the distance symbol is actually that one, and then the Usui master symbol are part of their Japanese kanji, like they're part of the language. So I even have made the mistake. I accidentally showed the symbols one time I came on here live. I wrote it on a notebook, and I thought it was in yellow. I thought probably you couldn't see it, but you could see it, so I had to like edit that out and take that video down. Because I'm trying to be respectful and share the energy, but oh my god. Anyway, yeah, the symbols are out there. You can find them. You can see them, but they're not gonna work in the same way if you don't have the attunement to that energy. And I get it, because like you get Reiki and get so excited, and you want you love how they look on the t-shirts. It's like I've said here before, like I've never known what to tattoo on my body. I've never gotten a tattoo, but if I were to ever get tattooed, you could bet it would be the Reiki symbols all over my body, but we're not allowed to share them like that. They're so wonderful and they're so beautiful, but to really get the essence of and the depth of what they stand for and what they express and what their function is, you really do need the training. You really do need the attunement, the placement to understand and keep sacred, what they are. So yes, and I would say I believe in most lineages you're encouraged not to share the symbols with people who do not have Reiki, and yeah, it's out of respect for them being used in a certain way, and like protected, and like the integrity of the energy and the practices to be honored, because it's a sacred lineage, and yeah, you could kind of work with them and get some benefits, but until you're actually getting that attunement and that training around it, it's just another spiral, or it's just another glyph or whatever. So yeah, you will definitely see them on the internet, but best practice is not to show them. And this is one of the things, sorry y'all, I'm like having to change my position. I was asking about, because I channeled my own symbols, and I was like, oh, are these ones I can show or not? And my answer was, yeah, they need to be shown, and I have some very fun ideas about how I'm gonna be showing them in the future, because yeah, hint hint, I love fashion and clothes and looking cute and feeling cute, and like I joke with y'all about in the class, like my Reiki jacket is like my Reiki Letterman jacket, my varsity Reiki. I'm varsity Reiki. It's a power jacket, and it's nice to have certain power clothes, and I'll show y'all real quick. I'll be right back. Like I have this shirt that I got in Ecuador, and it's like a tribal crest that it has on it. I was like, that's the kind of thing we need in Reiki, but you can't do that with the traditional symbols. Anyway, back to Zonar. Zonar also heals past life issues, karma issues, child abuse. Yeah. And provides that spiritual anesthetic so we can experience emotional healing. And I mean, in my mind, that's like, you know how often when people start therapy, they're given an antidepressant, they're put on medication at the same time, just so you can function enough to like start digging up, you know, what your issues are. And then often they end up staying on those same drugs and increasing the dosages and getting on different drugs over the year. And I think the intention is the same with this symbol. It's like this symbol, this energy is used to allow someone to start that emotional healing process at a very deep, energetic, non-traumatic level, so that they're still, you know, functioning enough for things to go on and it not be so painful as they start doing that work. And by using Reiki instead of, you know, a physical drug like a pharmaceutical, like all the side effects are going to be positive, because Zonar not only is going to make you feel okay enough that you can experience that emotional healing, it's also going to be dealing with the karma and the child abuse and the cellular healing and all these other things. B says, is Zonar a Karuna symbol? Yes, it is. It is. It's the first one. So without further ado, let me just get my wand. Y'all go ahead and we will enter the Zonar. Let's enter the zone. Let's get in the zone. Let's get in the zone. So go ahead and take a comfortable seat. Take a comfortable seat or lay down. Whatever is the most comfortable for you. And if you're hearing that water pump, let's just imagine that is a beacon of Reiki energy, that it is giving us a sound healing of Zonar, Zonar, Zonar. It's a sound healing. Any sound in your environment. Notice the sounds in your environment. And intend for those sounds, whether, you know, they're pleasant sounds like the sounds of birds chirping, or if they're more annoying sounds, you know, a mechanical sound or something, an unpleasant sound. Intend and invite that these sounds actually be a part of this healing experience, that these sounds be a part of cultivating this Reiki energy, cultivating healing frequencies, cultivating a mind, body, heart, soul, and spirit filled with peace, filled with light, filled with the frequencies and the energy and the visceral experience of this new earth, this 5D, this next level. All the sounds, all the vibrations in our environment are supporting our move into this new earth, into this higher dimension, into this physical space, and into this non-physical space, into this container of expansion, love, peace, harmony, growth, healing, creativity. This space that is so bright and brilliantly colorful. This world that is so fertile and generous and absolutely filled and decked out in treasures. in this world where each of us is recognizing our treasures within, the treasure contained within every cell, within every particle, within every wave that makes up our mind, body, soul, and spirit. And in recognizing this treasure that we are, this treasure that we contain, this treasure that we are made of, we also understand and see and perceive and acknowledge the treasure that is contained in others. That each of us is a treasure into our own right. In everything that we see and smell and touch and taste and experience, everything that our senses perceive, these are all treasures as well. These are all blessings as well. These are all gifts as well here in this new earth frequency. In this new earth that is being born, as we're being born, she's being born, we're being reborn, she's born, we're born again, she's born again. In this beautiful cosmic cycle, this beautiful natural cycle, this beautiful divine cycle of which you are a part. Zonar, 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 be in all of our cells, delighting all of our cells, clearing all of our cells, allowing all of our cells to be happy and harmonious and peaceful and loving and caring and cared for and compassionate and healed and filled with grace and majesty and magical power. May all of our cells be cleansed and cleared and bathed and purified and empowered with their full function, their full power, their full function, their full power. Each and every cell in its full function, its full power, in this container of radiant health and infinite possibility. Zonar, zonar, zonar. Please go to our past, to our present, to our future, anywhere and everywhere across time and space where some healing energy may be needed, where Reiki can go, where Reiki can flow. May Reiki go, may Reiki flow. Reiki go, Reiki flow. Flow across time and space wherever is needed for all who are listening here now, all who are present here now across time and space. Be there. Be there and go. Be there and clear. Be there and heal. Be there wherever you are needed to be, wherever you are given permission to be. We give your permission. We give our permission for you to be there. Be there and go and flow and clean and purify and clear the karma. Clear the karma. Any soul contracts, any agreements, oaths, curses, spells, anything, any kind of entanglements, any cords, anything that is not serving love across time and space. Please be clearing these now. Be purifying them. Be taking these cords, these arrangements, these contracts into the light to be healed, into the light be healed, into the light be healed, into the light be healed. Zonar, zonar, zonar. Please continue to work on this culturally created self. Please continue to work on removing into the light to be healed these dense layers that have accumulated upon individual humans as well as the collective of humanity. Please release us of these falsities. Please release us of these limitations. Please release us of these negative beliefs, these negative patterns, this self-sabotaging pattern, this pattern of giving away our power, this pattern of not knowing our true power, this pattern of not being able to access our own power, this pattern of not acknowledging that we are all connected, this pattern of not understanding that we are in a space where we're meant to be, and we actually want to be here, and we actually have good things to do here, and we have everything we need to be doing them right now. Please heal in us any and all patterns, any and all limiting beliefs, any and all cycles of self-sabotage, whether they are external or internal, internalized patterns. Please release and clear and purify us of these patterns across time and space, as far and as wide as possible. As far and as wide as possible. Please go Reiki, go and flow. Zoner, zoner, zoner on the breath. Breathe in, zoner. Breathe out, zoner. Zoner, zoner, zoner. Now please be clearing the child abuse. Please be clearing the physical abuse, the mental abuse, the emotional abuse, and allow each of us to have relief from the pain of any and all abuse, whether it was experienced personally or vicariously delivered through other means. Please be healing the collective abuse of humanity. Please be healing the ways that we abuse ourselves. Please be healing the ways that we allow others to abuse us. Cleanse and clear and purify this world, this humanity, this illusion of abuse, this dark cloud of abuse. Please be taking it into the light to be healed, into the light be healed, into the light be healed. Zonar, zonar, zonar. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I love you, I love you, I love you. May each of us feel the love that we are. May each of us feel and understand that we are deeply cared for, that we have meaning, that we have value, that we are supported, that we are not alone, that we are never alone, that we are surrounded by such a glorified, glorious, amazing circle of beings and energies who are just waiting for us to say, yes, please help me in this way, please help me in that way, I give you permission to help me in this way or that way. These beings, these energies, these frequencies are all here for us now. They're all surrounding us. They are all blasting us in the light of their healing, of their power, of their specific functions that they offer. Receive the light that they offer now. Receive the healing that they offer now. Across time and space. Zonar, zonar, zonar. Across time and space. Zonar, zonar, zonar. Across time and space. Zonar, zonar, zonar. Be with us now. Be with us now. May we receive this activation, this healing, this clearing, this empowerment. May we receive this direct connection to all that is, the creation that is. May we receive and invite in the total, full, and complete embodiment of our authentic self, and begin to excavate this seed, this diamond within that contains pure potential, pure light. May we remember why we are here. May we remember what we are capable of. May we remember that we are all beautiful treasures here on planet Earth, and that planet Earth herself is a hostess of treasures. In a solar system of treasures, in a galaxy of treasures, in a universe of treasures, in a multiverse of treasures, in a dimension interdimensionally contained and containing and consisting of treasures. This creation of which we are a part, of which you are a part, you are a significant part, you are a treasure. Remember this now and let go of the rest. Anything less than love, anything untrue, this is going into the light to be healed. Anything holding you down, this is going into the light to be healed. any density that is not serving love. This is going into the light to be healed. Thank you to all the angels, all the ascended masters, all of the enlightened beings, the brothers and sisters in the light, all of these planets, all of these cosmic beings, these ascended planets, these ascended energies, this abundance of photonic light, this abundance of enlightened, illumined nature, this vast repertoire of fertile, beautiful, truthful, and free creation, ever-inspiring creation, this beautiful picture, this beautiful dynamic of which we're all a part. Thank you so much for allowing us to be a part of this. Thank you so much for your healing, for your empowerment, your activation, your cleansing, your purification. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Aho, amen, namaste, and so it is. As a child of God, I claim my power and purpose. As a servant of God, I demand that all darkness leave me and all who are present immediately. Into the light be healed, into the light be healed, into the light be healed. I ask that Archangel Michael place me and all who are present in his blue bubble of protection against all darkness. Thank you, everyone. Thank you to you for being a part of this. Thank you to you for embodying and inviting in these higher frequencies into your body, mind, soul, spirit, your heart. If you want more Reiki, y'all, please check out my Reiki classes. I would love to teach you. I would love to share the energy with you in an even deeper way. And I will be back soon for day 7 of the 30 days of Reiki 30. We will be moving on to the next Karuna Reiki symbol, for which you are now ready to go there, because we just did this today. So blessings to you. I hope you have a beautiful day, and please, as always, feel free to DM me your questions. Feel free to reach out in any way I can be of service to you. I would love to be there. Much love. Shine on, you beautiful cosmic co-creators.